Hey, it's me, Jen, and some asshole's using a weed whacker right outside my door, so you're gonna get to hear that all day, and I don't have time to record this madness any other time. So, welcome to Stories and Wine, the last edition for this shit show year 2016. And fuck that guy with the leaf blower. I mean, if it was one thing that ruined my life this year, it was like, dude with a fucking leaf blower. Let's talk about 2016 and let's send that motherfucking year into the hereafter with a toast. Goodbye, asshole. Don't come back. Don't make 2017 make you look like a picnic, because I ain't having any of that. No, sir. I'm not having any of that. So let's drink. Let's drink and commiserate. This week, we're still working on that Walmart gallon. I'm kidding. No, I'm not. I'm literally working on the, hey, go get me some wine, Walmart gallon that was brought to me. It gets the job done. It gets the job done, except for Christmas. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. I went to my friend's house and drank all the whiskey. And of course, nothing makes me drunk text worse than drinking nothing but vodka and whiskey for 6 hours. And boy, did I wake up to some doozies. I'm so sorry. To those of you I drunk texted, we were having a very celebratory weekend because some fun things happened, and I will debut all those fun things in the new year. But yeah, we had a bit of a hoedown, if you will. Hoedown! We have a hoedown. So let's do this New Year's thing. And for the first time ever, I have professional lighting, and it's completely tripping me out. I can't stop looking at it. I'm like a fucking moth. So let's talk about some stuff. Hey? All right, did you get your wine? So I think it's safe to say that 2016 is probably the worst year in recent memory, right? Like, it was literally a rolling dumpster fire down a mountain of suck into a shitstorm. I can just reiterate that my entire tone for 2016 was that my fiance missed a connecting flight because he was too drunk to get on the plane. Because of course. And I was stranded at O'Hare Airport for the new year and had to buy a plane ticket back to Atlanta because the entire New Year vacation was blown to shit. And then I came home and I found out that my dog had eaten through a fence and got hit by a car and killed. I should have known that 2016 was gonna be a shit show. I should have at that point just been like, nope, I'm out. I'm going to a convent. I'm not coming out until 2017 because the first 2 days of the year I have slept in an airport and the dog I just adopted died. Okay, we're out. Jen out. But no, I hung in there and here we are. And we just lost at Christmas. We lost fucking George Michael. Like, that was a hard one for me, guys. That was a hard one for me. Carrie Fisher, another very devastating one. I was not a Star Trek. See, that goes to show you that I didn't know shit. I was not a Star Wars fan. I'm a nerd, but I'm not like a nerd. And I appreciated Carrie Fisher much more for her novels. Postcards from the Edge is one of my very favorite books. So that made me sad on that end, and because of her work on scripts that you guys don't even know about. I thought she was just amazing, and she was just so awesome. I just saw an interview with her on the Today Show a couple of weeks ago where she was like just completely awesome. So that's stuff. Like, if you grew up in the 80s, fuck your childhood, it's gone. Our youth is just like, psh, I mean, Mr. Seaver died, guys. However, we cannot dwell in the negative. We cannot take this bad juju with us into 2017. We have to end it on a positive note, and so we're going to do that right now. We're going to talk about some of the positives of 2016, right? I had some positives. Let's tell a positive story. A funny and positive story, right? I don't know if I have any of those. I think I've told them all for this year. I mean, I haven't told the epic ones, like the epic ones, but maybe I will. I don't know. I'm still thinking about what we're doing here. Hang on. We'll think of something. Right now I'm just drinking, remembering what my New Year's was like last year. Just, if anything, 2016 has made it so I dodged every bullet. If we're gonna put a positive did not marry a guy who tried to tell me that drinking a bottle of Pinot Noir at 9 a.m. on a Sunday morning was European. Because it's not. It's being an actual human walking disaster. So I dodged that bullet. I dodged the bullet of a person who I wouldn't trust with a $2 bill and directions to buy a stick of gum. That was a good one. And I wound up getting hot again before New Year's Eve. I dropped all that crazy weight, and here I am, guys. I don't know what the fuck this is. This is crazy. So I'm really trying to come up with the most epic drinking wine storytelling moment of 2016, and I got nothing. Because everything about 2016 starts out really well, like, oh, that starts out so, it's such a cute story, and then all of a sudden, like, the flesh melts off your face and it becomes an instant Greek tragedy. You're just like, oh, no. I was going through my Facebook feed, I'm like, surely something comical happened this year, and I'm like, oh, that was, it was funny until it wasn't. And then the stories I saved on my Snapchat, I'm going through those, and I'm like, that was not funny. I was just like, oh my gosh. I think the one story, and this is kind of just a cutesy story. I think the one story, I mean, it eventually 2 months later didn't end so well, and that was my fault because it just wasn't okay. Was when Austin and I first got together. We had to keep it a secret from everybody because we worked together, especially from one person in particular, and we were on the island for hurricane cleanup, and the night before I went back home, we were like, we are gonna go have fun, because it had just been such a shit show and we were stressed out. We're like, you know what, we're gonna go into the downtown district, we're gonna have some fun by the lighthouse, we're gonna tear it up. But the problem is that the island is seriously like this big. It's seriously like 2 miles wide, right? And the dumbass, I had my car, which is like unmarked, doesn't have any company logos on it or everything. And so I just think we're gonna take my car. But no, because he had concocted this crazy story about like meeting, so he could get away from the guys. He concocted like this crazy story about meeting his mom, and you know, and he had to drive a company truck. I won't say whose truck it was because it just makes this a double Greek tragedy if I did. So we had to be like on the supreme DL because there's a whole bunch of drama going on. And the downtown district is seriously like smaller than a mall parking lot. And so we parked the car, like the truck I mean, way out yonder. Like it's practically in the Atlantic Ocean at this point, just so we don't get discovered. And we go in and have dinner, and then we walk down to the gas station, we get some roadies, because we're gonna go walk the pier and the beach and everything. If you guys saw it on Snapchat, it was very romantical by the lighthouse, and you know, then he decided to be 12 years old and go exploring on the rocks, and I was like, we going to the ER tonight. So anyway, oh god. So after we go get our roadie, we head out to the pier and everything, and we're just being canoodly and it's cute and everything. We run into the freaking grounds crew. Now, this was the newer grounds crew. They didn't really know who I was from Eve. I was just some pretty blonde lady they saw around here and there. And they didn't speak English very well. So here we are, we're like, hey. And then he goes, oh shit. And I go, root, and I was like, oh no, discovered, we're found out, jig's up. But no, they didn't. Again, language barriers help sometimes. They help sometimes. So like that was like the one cute story of this year that didn't completely descend into madness, because most of these stories of this year descended into madness. I don't even have a good New Year's Eve, New Year's Day story to tell you, because I only have 2 speeds on New Year's. It's either a complete and utter disaster or it is uneventful and I stay home under a blanket and I'm watching like Lifetime movies all weekend. There's no in, but there's no middle ground. Like this New Year's, we have a very fun New Year's planned, and you guys will probably see it on Snapchat and on Instagram and on Facebook, and we'll be sure to document our debauchery, because there is one thing I do well. It is I do document the shit show very well. So I'm sorry guys, I don't have anything to share with you as far as funny New Year's story. I'm tapped out. But let's just reminisce about the good things that happened this year. You guys got me back. I'm back in this, guys. You're getting a podcast, you're getting everything. It feels great. And I just want to close out, even though 2016 was a complete and total fail, it wasn't a complete and total fail 24/7, 365. There were some highlights. I had a wonderful birthday. I had I have even, whatever, anytime you leave a year with more friends than you came into it with is a win. I really thank you guys. Without you guys, I would not be able to come back after 2 years and have the platform I do and have the opportunities I do. And I want to thank the Three Stooges that gave me the year I got. As my beloved Pedro calls it, my rumspringa of terrible decisions. It, especially as things came full circle on Christmas Eve, it really showed me what was important and who I was. And like I wrote on the website this week, if 2016 taught us anything as far as personal losses and the public losses we lost as far as our heroes like Bowie and Prince and George Michael and Carrie Fisher, losing our heroes like that taught us anything, it's to live our truth. It's to be true to ourselves. It's to live who we are and what we're destined to be. You know, 2 years ago, this time of year, I got the nudge that took me in this direction. And it led me away from that person that gave me the nudge. But Christmas this year brought me back. And everything, the wheel of fortune, you know, the circle of life, whatever you want to call it. And just go into 2017 completely free of whatever garbage held you back in 2016. And everything bad is not bad. It's a lesson. And, you know, you got through it on the other side. A lot of people would have loved to have got through this year on the other side, and they didn't. So raise your glass. We're in this bitch. We're gonna right the ship in 2017. I know I am. And I love all of you. Thank you so much for making your moment of Jen not only welcomed, but on its road to success. Thank you so much for showing brand media love. I've actually talked to a couple of you in your business, and I'm looking forward to big things with that too. So thank you so much, guys. Happy new one. That's something I've said ever since I was a little kid. I never said Happy New Year, I say Happy New One. So Happy New One to you and yours, from me and mine, and let's do awesome things in 2017. And none of you had better give up drinking. Nobody's allowed to you can cut back, because we all want to be hot and lose the weight, but you better keep drinking. You better, because that's what we're here for. We're here to drink and forget. Love you guys. Happy New Year.